Hi everyone, this is Easy Math. In this we are going to see class 5. Topic is introduction of angles. So before we go into angles, let us recall the basic concepts of geometry. The first concept is point. What is a point? See the tip of this pencil, the tip, the sharpened place, this tip of this pencil is a point. Point is a fine dot. It's a thin, fine means a thin dot. So it is denoted by point A. We mark it like this point. We mark a point and the name is, we use the capital letters. It is called point A. And what is it? If you take this square, these corners, and what is the name of the corners? What is another name of corners? Yes, it is vertices. So when you take a square, the vertices are points. All these four corners are points. You take this cuboid, these corners, all these corners are called points. Even the bottom here, these corners are called points. Now next is line. What is a line? It is a join of two or more points. So like this, when you join two or more points, 2, 3, 4, 5, countless, any number of points, you join the points and you get a line. What we get is called a line. You mark some points and join all the points, and what we are getting is a line. And it is denoted by two arrow marks on both the sides. That means it extends in both the directions. Extends means we can make it longer and longer. There is no end. There is no starting point. There is no ending point. Endlessly the line, we can increase the line. We can make the line longer and longer in both the directions. So a line can be drawn in any direction. This is also line. Even this is a line. Even this is a vertical line. It can be drawn in any direction. But you have to put two arrow marks. That means it shows line has no end points. Okay. Now next is line segment. What is a line segment? It is a part of a line. That is, from the line you cut a piece of it, cut a part of it. From this point to this point, just cut it and take it. That is line segment. So we cut it from this point to this point. So it has a starting point and it has an ending point. So line segment, we mark it by the dots, points on both the ends, not arrows. That means it has end points. So we can measure this line. What is the length of this line? It can be measured. But a line cannot be measured, but we can measure the line segment. So this is about line segment. It's a part of a line. So in this, which is the line segment, these sides are line segment. This side is a line segment. This is a line segment. This is a line segment. This is a line segment. The four sides are line segments. And these corners are points. And here, when you take a square, they are line segments. This 1, 2, 3, 4. The sides are line segments and the corners are points. When you take a blackboard, all the four sides are, you just imagine a blackboard. The four sides are line segments and the corners are points. Okay, now can you guess what is a point and what is a line segment? Can you get an idea? Yes. Now next is ray. What is a ray? It extends in one direction, only one direction. Line extends in both the directions, but ray extends in one direction. It means it has one end point and there is no end on the other side. The best example is sun rays. From the sun, sun is the starting point. So from the sun, the rays are coming out. So it has one end point and the ray, it goes endlessly, it goes on and on. It reaches the earth and even it goes beneath the earth. So ray extends in one direction, one end point, and endlessly it becomes longer and longer in the other direction. Okay, so these are the basic concepts in geometry. Now we'll see what is an angle. Now what is this? It is a piece of a part of a line segment. So it is a line segment. This is another line segment. So these two, we have two line segments. Are they meeting each other? Are they meeting each other? No, they don't meet each other. Now, if they meet like this, these two line segments are meeting at a point and they meet at their corners. Here, what do you see? The space between these two line segments is called an angle. This is how an angle is formed. Now, is there an angle formed? No. So when they join like this, you get an angle. So when they join like this, an angle is formed. Okay, suppose if they cut like this, you get an angle? Yes, where they are meeting at each other. Here the two line segments are meeting each other at this point. So where they meet at that point, angles are formed. Here one angle is formed, here one angle is formed, here an angle is formed, and here an angle is formed. So how many angles are formed there? 4 angles are formed when they meet like this. When they meet at their corners, only one angle is formed. When they meet like this, we get 4 angles. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So now can you tell me when an angle is formed? Yes, when two line segments meet at a point, an angle is formed. And these two can be line segments, or they can be rays, or they can be lines also. We'll see that now. Now check these diagrams. What is this? It has a starting point and extends in only one direction. So this is a ray and this is the another ray. Two rays are meeting at this point. We'll name that point as O. These two rays are meeting at O. So here an angle is formed. Now what is this? It is marked by 2 dots. So it is a line segment. This is one line segment. This is one line segment. How do you know it is a line segment? Because it has 2 end points. The end points are marked. So this is one line segment. This is another line segment. Both the line segments are meeting. So here an angle is formed. Here also they see the line segments. Here they are both are meeting at the starting point. But here where are they meeting? As these two lines. Here the two line segments can be meeting here, or they can meet like this also. Okay, by intersecting. This is called intersecting, cutting each other. So when the line segment, this is a line segment because it is denoted by the dot, starting point and ending point. Starting point and ending point. That means it is a line segment. So when two line segment intersect, meet each other, we get an angle. There also angle is formed. And what are these? Denoted by 2 arrow marks. What is it called? Yes, it is a line. This is one line. This is one line. And the two lines are meeting each other at this point. So where at the point where they meet, there we get an angle. 1, 2, 3 and 4. How many angles we have got? 4 angles. So when two rays are meeting, an angle we get, and when the two line segments are meeting, we get an angle, and the two line segments are intersecting, that is cutting each other, angles are formed. When two lines intersect, cut, meet, intersecting means meeting, cutting each other like this, meeting each other, cutting each other. So the best word is intersecting. They intersect like this. So there also we get angles formed. Now next we'll see what are the parts of this angle. Okay. Now before we go to the parts, let us see how to name an angle. As we are all having names, even we have names for lines, line segments, rays, angles, and for all the geometric concepts also have their names. Then only we can call them by their names. Okay. So this angle is named by 3 capital letters, the English alphabets. For example, I have named it like this here, A, O, B. And children, you tell me where the angle is formed here. Do you have an angle at A? Do you have an angle at B? Suppose here we have 2 line segments. They meet like this. Where is an angle formed? Here, where the 2 line segments meet each other, there only the angle is formed. Is there an angle formed here at this corner? Here, at this corner? No. Where it is formed? Where the 2 line segments meet. So where the 2 line segments are meeting, there only an angle is formed. So when you are naming an angle, the point where the 2 rays or line segments are meeting, that should be written in the center, in the middle. A, O, B. And we denote it by like this, like L we write. This is called angle. How to read this L? Angle. Angle A, O, B. Inside it we write A, O, B. Angle AOB. Or we can start from B also. Angle BOA. BOA. But we cannot name it as ABO or BAO. The point where the angle is formed, should come at the center. That should be written at the center, in the middle. We cannot write that in the corner. Okay, that is the only point you have to remember. So AOB or BOA, or we can just write the letter which is at the center, only O. This way also we can name angle O. Now we'll see one more example. Now look at this figure. How it is named? PQR. Where the angle is formed, at which point the angle is formed? At P or at Q or at R? Where do you get an angle? Yes, it is at Q. So how to name this? Angle PQR. This Q should come in the center. PQR. Or what is the other way of naming? Angle RQP. RQP. You can start from P or you can start from R. Or what is the one more way of naming? Just only the letter which is at the center, at which the angle is formed, at which the two rays are meeting. That is angle Q. So an angle can be named in three ways. Now we'll come to the parts of this angle. See, these two lines are the rays. OA and OB are called arms. And the point O is called the vertex. See where they are meeting. These two lines are called the arms. They can be lines or line segments or rays. They are called arms. And the point where they are meeting is called vertex. So for this, the first angle, arms, ARMS. Arms are OA and OB. These are the two arms, OA, OB. And vertex is the point where the angle is formed. O is the vertex. O is called the vertex. And look at the second figure. Which are the arms? Can you tell me now? Yes, they are QP and QR. See, QP and QR. These are the arms. And which is the vertex? Where the angle is formed. It is at the point Q. So vertex is Q. Vertex is Q and the arms are QP and QR. So these arms and vertex are called the parts of the angle. Now let us see where we find angles in some of the things we see around us. See, for example, you see scissors. See, can you see an angle? Yes, this is one line, this is a line segment. They are meeting at this point. So we get angle here, angle 2, angle 3 and angle 4. Can you make out this angle? Yes. And look at this, it's a hanger where we hang things. Look at this. Here this is a line and it is a line. So you can see an angle formed here. Here is an angle formed. Here is an angle formed. And between these two, here is an angle formed. And look at this. Here is an angle. This is an angle formed. Here we get an angle. And here there is an angle. And here there is an angle. Yes, now look at this plant. This is the stem which is in the middle. And between the stem and the leaf, here we can, so an angle is formed here. So you can see it properly now. Here where the leaf starts from the stem, there is an angle here. Now look at this here. This is the stem at the center. Here the leaf comes. So here an angle is formed. And look at this. Where do you see an angle? Where can you see an angle? Yes, here. The angle is formed here. When these two rays or the line segments meet at this point, an angle is formed here. Now you see this lemon squeezer. See here an angle is formed. So you can come like this. It is going. See, you can see angle where these two lines are meeting and you get an angle here. See like this, some few more things are given in your textbook. See, when you go in the steps, angle is formed everywhere. Here an angle, here an angle. All these are angles. And this is a ladder. Ladder, we get an angle here, here between the steps. And here everywhere an angle is formed. See, look at the tree and branch. Between the tree and its branch, the bark and the branch. And here this is the, electric post. Here angles are formed here, here and here. Bicycle everywhere, wherever. Here an angle, here is an angle, here is an angle, here is an angle, this is an angle. And look at the house roof. Here this is an angle, here an angle is formed, here an angle is formed, here an angle, here this is also an angle. And this hands of the watch is the best example to learn about the angles. See the portion between the two hands of a clock. There we get an angle. And look at this car. See here, an angle here. Can you see? Can you make out the angles, the places where the angles are formed? Yes, everywhere it's like this. In all the things around us, we can see different types of angles. So now hereafter, you also look around. In all the things you see, you observe the different types of angles and enjoy the angles. So I hope you all have got some idea about what is an angle and where the angle is formed. So in the next video, we'll see about different types of angles. So thank you for watching. Thank you all.